think this would be a good spot to do the interviews. I wonder if Tim's arrived yet. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Aren't you one of those journalist people?
Yes. Yes. My name's Chip O'Connell. I'm with the World News Network. I was planning on doing some interviews today if people were up for it. We've got, I was thinking this spot. It's kind of away from the well so that if people are over there talking, we wouldn't be interrupted.
Is that
I
one
would be
fucking?
careful.
Is that one fucker running just towards the gate? No, she turned.
I would be careful doing it right here. If you speak too loud, they run over here
Oh.
and they can jump over this fence.
There is quite a lot out there, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're over there, they're over there, they're over there. We're almost basically fully surrounded except for the front gate.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Hey,
so sure about
is that
this
you,
spot.
Ivan?
Yeah, maybe we might look around for a better spot for the interviews. I'm not sure about
Well,
right
I would
here.
suggest a building, interior of a building, if I may show you one. Very good.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a nice spot with some seating, preferably?
Couch here and
Did you go upstairs or down?
wrong one, wrong one, wrong one.
Oh.
Yeah, most likely this one. In this room.
Yeah. Yeah, we can get some B-roll footage of the walls, the fences, and some of the infected out there, and some footage of you guys just doing your daily routines, and I'll compile all that. I think this would work out nice, actually.
So do I.
Oh, excuse me. So I want to take a peek out here, see what the scenery looks like. That wouldn't be a bad spot either. Down at the picnic tables for a
Well, do you
couple of
want
them.
to be close to the... Yeah, sure, but would you want to be that close to the exit of the gate?
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, up here we're at least out of range for them to hear us. That is a lovely little courtyard, though. Too bad the wall isn't a little bit further away. We can make do with up here.
Yeah, sure.
I might, yeah. Have you, by chance, seen Tim around anywhere? Has he arrived yet?
Nope. Nope.
No.
Haven't seen or heard of him.
Oh, I'm starting to get worried about him. I'd say it's been a bit. He said he wasn't. He said he might have been 2 or 3 days out. So
Well, maybe try and contact him over the radio.
yeah, that's a possibility. I'll try that.
Here, take something if you want.
Oh, do you have fruit trees in nearby?
A little, few.
Okay.
But it's not enough, from what I heard.
Yeah, a few fruit trees. With the amount of people that I've seen so far.
I think just 2 fruit trees, and they're like they give at best 5 to 7 apples by 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's not sufficient enough. Do you have hunting parties that go out?
Nope, we can't go out.
Yeah.
I grow food. That's all about it. I work the farm.
Yeah, from bit to bit.
Okay.
We mainly grow zucchinis and peppers.
Yep.
Okay. Well, what are you guys doing for protein?
Ooh, beans,
Taking
canned
pills.
meat.
Okay.
We're running low on canned meat and beans. What
Have like 2 canned pork, few steaks, and that would be all.
And then if we happen to find a chicken who through the gates,
Okay.
that's usually what happens.
That definitely makes things difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So rationing is a must, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. There's been no contact to the outside, like, since I've
Not
been
at all.
here. I've seen at the quarantine that I was at, we were watching as they were pulling out truckloads of supplies and soldiers and doctors, taking them
Maybe
away
in
from
the
the
past,
quarantines.
when we still used to get supplies, but nope, nothing anymore. Supplies are running dangerously low. Hannibal is predicting about less than a month until we are out of everything. Except water, of course. We have a water pipe here, but only question is for how long that pipe is going to hold.
Okay. Hannibal, he's, who's he?
Hannibal Red, he's a shopkeeper.
The shopkeeper, okay.
Red is his nickname, so.
Red, okay. Hannibal, also known as Red, the shopkeep. Okay. And what was your
You
name?
wanna sit or?
The
His name is Yuri.
Yuri. Yeah. I suppose we can get started here shortly. I do want to do the interviews kind of one-on-one, because just in case you have something that you sometimes it gets emotional, when you're talking about things that have happened. And I don't necessarily want to have you feel uncomfortable with multiple people in the room. I'd rather it just be me, and I would hope that my cameraman would be here to help with the interview, but I'll just have to use the old GoPro and try to upload the footage. We have computers available still, luckily, when the power's working, so I can at least get the footage out there. So. But so who would like to go first? Okay, I take it you'll go first. We'll go if he's willing. Not everybody has to do it. It's only if they're willing to do the interview. Let me finish the samples, just so I don't interrupt with my chewing. So is there anything you need before we get started?
Well, no, not at the moment.
Okay. So let's start with your name.
Right now, like, should you first say something, or should I just now keep on with the questions that you asked?
Well, I guess we can start with, what is your name, sir?
My name is Maximilijan Zulfepustampašić, and I have been, or still am, a trauma surgeon in this quarantine zone. I have been born in Elektrozavodsk to a family of workers.
Okay.
Not in any rich family, but in relatively something between low and middle class.
Okay, so you have medical experience, so that's good.
Yes.
Very good for here.
I saw how hard it was for my family, and I decided to put all of my efforts into school so I can get a decent job and I can help myself and my parents to get out of poverty.
Yeah, it's very hard nowadays with the economy the way it is, and especially with the situation we're all dealing with now, which we hope ends fairly soon. With you being in the medical field, I'm sure you've seen some rather traumatic things lately. Have you seen anybody become infected have you seen the symptoms?
I only saw the symptoms, but not directly in turning.
Okay. What were the symptoms like? Do you mind describing the experience of what it was like?
Swelling all over the place. Then some people start bleeding from their noses, some from their eyes, ears, and stuff like that, and then they just die for a few weeks, and when they start to rot, then immediately they just come up.
Sorry, I'm just writing a little bit of this down as we go.
No problem.
So, do you think anyone's trying to develop a treatment to this?
Nope. Judging by how corrupt our government was, which forced me to, seek other political affiliation to support myself and my family, no, I do not think so. Maybe, but for their own success instead of helping others.
Interesting. And by the corruption of the government, were there any situations, for instance, where you were instructed to destroy documents or any samples? Anything of the sort?
Nope, not really. But I did see few of my patients just die, as I like to tell myself, but now that I think of it, I don't think that I could have saved them because of corrupt capitalist scum that tried to profit from buying cheaper medicine and supplying us with very actually few of that shit cheap.
So not getting the adequate equipment and medicine needed to conduct what you needed to do. That's very unfortunate. And that's something that we see a lot nowadays. Where the look of things in a monetary value rather than a moralistic value of what is right rather than what is profitable. The world seems to have a mixed
but
view of that.
Luckily my friends from Socialist Party managed to smuggle in some stuff from Russia and other parts of Europe to here, so I had to use my own medicine to save others, not something that was provided to me by the government.
So you relied on smugglers to do what the government couldn't do or wouldn't do, rather.
Yeah. That's why I joined the Socialist Party while I was still a little bit young.
How young were you when you joined the Socialist Party?
About 20.
And how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
36, 35. Soon, actually, in like a few weeks, I'll be 36.
Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maximilian. So with this connection...
Let's see if I'll actually survive to my birthday.
Oh, I hope you will. You think the quarantine zone's sufficient? Like, do you think you'll be able to... I mean, you did say that one side of the walls seemed to be a bad spot to have these interviews we mentioned earlier. Is that a current concern, the infected?
Well, it is a concern, of course, but as long as we follow the instructions that are given to us by our officers, our protectors, I think everything should be fine.
So they've been doing an adequate job at protecting the survivors here?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's good to hear. So the relationship between the survivors, the people here, and the guards, the officers in charge, you'd say it's a good relationship?
All depends on index of someone's intelligence. Some dumb enough that try to force themselves to get some certain things, like one idiot who was like, "Give me a gun, I know how to use it. My great-grandfather and father were in the military, but I have never handled a gun in my hand. But don't worry, I've seen how it works. I know how it works, so please give me the gun." If you're like that, then you're going to have some problems. But if you're like more of a normal person, that most of us are here, then it's going to be all good.
Okay, so it basically, if you're not respectful of the weaponry, you won't be given the weaponry, as long as you're
Well,
aware of
pretty
how to
much
use it and
things are
you
here
can
being,
prove it.
yeah, like, like here when we were processed and everything, everyone got what they not right now have, equipment and everything, judging by their job and profession. Even before this, you see me in the doctor's uniform. That's because I was part of a medical team. You see people with industrial and engineering clothes because they were used to be engineers. Everything is being handed out judging by your profession. Now, we can't just give a normal peasant a rifle.
No,
Unless you ask Vladimir Lenin, then maybe you can.
right, right. Yeah, you want to be careful about who has access to dangerous weaponry, for sure. That is something you don't just want to hand out to anybody. So, you mentioned earlier um, the need of smuggling into the country to provide what you needed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But those were in very small dosage. Barely enough for like a week.
so do you still have contact with them to be able to get the supplies you need
Oh no,
now?
no, not at all. I lost it when all of this shit broke out. I
Okay.
think they actually got shot by the military, if I'm not mistaken.
Your contact was shot by the military, you said.
Yeah, I think so. Haven't heard of him, and I heard on the news that many smugglers have been imprisoned and dealt with, so I'm guessing they were either imprisoned or killed.
Wow. So, do you know who controls the black market now that the military's gone?
Nope,
It
but
wouldn't.
I know that Hannibal had his smuggler that used to bring us supplies from Balota, if I'm not mistaken. At least when we used to have a contact with Balota, now we do not.
So, Hannibal, you mentioned him earlier. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know of any way out currently that still works? Any way in to the country that still works?
You can always try to jump over go to forests, mountains, rivers. That's always a possibility.
So you mentioned earlier to me that the water supplies, you're relying on one well and hoping that the pipe never bursts, and that's your only water supply right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Unless we count in alcohol.
excuse me, what was that? Can you repeat that?
Unless we count vodka.
Oh, vodka, yes. I don't think that would hydrate you very well. You
Yeah,
might forget that you're thirsty, but um,
pretty much. Well, when a wise man once said, when they didn't used to have food or water in Russia, you can't think of being hungry or thirsty if you are sleeping. That's why you drink yourself to being exhausted to sleep. Oh, I think the wildlife is getting more active.
yeah, that was wolves. I've definitely experienced a couple of those in this area on the trek here to quarantine number 7. We should we should probably handle that. So maybe we end the interview
Can't
here.
really handle
And
it with the guns.
what was that?
Can't really handle it with guns. Know that?
Right, but don't you? We can't. But I'm sure the guards are around to handle it. But
Yes, well, if they're around, I think that they will be done with it. We were all instructed if anything comes, like any sort of breaking in, just go inside, stay inside until it's safe and until the guards clean up the mess. So
okay,
we have a protocol for that.
okay, we're already in the protocol. Yeah. I'm just sure there's going to be a few gunshots that ring
No,
out
if
during the interview.
they are, I think will be doomed.
Probably. I kind of want to go get some footage of it.
Okay, then let's go.
Yeah, I think that would be some good footage. I think.
Oh, it's you. Are
Is
there
there,
any guards around that can deal with the wolves?
Looking out right now. I found this in a pile of rubble. I don't know if you can use it at all.
I will make the most of it. One, is everything alright with the situation? I hear the wolves outside.
Well, this is what I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to listen for the wolves. I don't know where they are. Don't know. I don't think they can get in. I'm hoping not.
I think I heard one over that direction.
They are like right at the shop. What happened? Are you like a officer now? Okay.
Try to get some footage of this.
Be very careful. They're right at that wall. They're trying to dig under. Beautiful.
Well, they can't get inside, so let's go by usual Russian politics. If it's not fucked up, don't unfuck it.
Where is Yuri?
Went to, I guess, try and find a better view of that. But don't fucking tell me that he fell over the wall.
Yuri?
What are you doing?
I saw him here for a second.
Go back. Go back.
On the other side, Mr. General, it's on the other side. Where is he?
What? Oh!
What?
That's that wall.
What wall?
The wall I am pointing at.
Yeah, what?
I think they're trying to... They're definitely trying to get in. Hey, stay away from there. Stay away from there. Oh.
Oh, this is
Okay,
too
let's
much for
just-
me, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Okay, let's just get away from here. Let's just step back from here.
Did anybody see where Maximilian went?
He said he went to bed.
Okay. I've got enough time for another interview if somebody is willing to sit down and chat for a little bit. It's not a requirement. It's not something you have to do. It's just kind of to show the world. Yuri, right? How old are you? You look You look a little young. How old are you?
I'm 16 and a half.
Oh. Well, I suppose we can go back to that room and sit down, and we'll get started with the interview. Yeah. I think we'll be far enough away that the dogs won't mess with us. Was this one, if I'm not mistaken? Go ahead and have a seat. So, Yuri, was it? Why don't you start with telling everybody your name, your whole name?
My name is Yuri Michael Koslov.
Yuri Michael Koslov?
Koslov, yes.
Koslov, okay. Well, Yuri, how old are you? Why don't you let everybody know that?
16 and a half.
16 and a half. And do you have anybody here watching over you? Where are your parents? I notice you've been alone most of the time walking around.
Well, my first father that brought me here the night at the gate. I still don't know why they won't tell me. But the night at the gate. Then they took me in after that. Me and him went outside when we shouldn't have, outside the QZ, and I can still hear it, the screams. All he did was tell me to run, but I froze up, stood there and watched.
So that was
All
your...
I have left now is friends.
So that was... You said your first... Your father that brought you here?
He was denied at the gates.
He was denied at the gates.
The man that took me in was very nice and kind, but on the other hand, he wasn't very smart. Could have been.
So your father was denied at the gates, and then you were taken in by another man who took you
Yes.
under his wing.
Yes.
And he was the one that recently fell to the infected, you say? Sorry to hear that. So, who takes care of you now? Is it just you?
The guards take turns sometimes. There is a really nice guard named Quinn. Him and my dad were very good friends. Or there's this guard named Leo. Leo's pretty too.
Yes, Leo. I
The
met
doctor
him.
checks on me every so often.
Maximilian, the doctor. Is that who you're talking
Yes.
about? So so everybody's kind of taking you under their wing to. Oh, that must be them taking out them moles. So it's very dangerous here, evidently, between the wolves and the infected. So losing
And the
people.
Red Star.
And the Red Star, yes. That's who is fighting the CDF, the CEA. Yeah. And so it's obviously very hard here, there's no doubt about it. And I can't imagine what it's like for a child here. A young man, I should say, because I've always said myself that wisdom isn't determined by age. Experience determines your wisdom, not your age. So you've had enough experience that you've had more experience than anybody should ever deal with already at the age of 16 and a half. And there must be days that you think about before all this. What's something that you remember, something that you miss the most, whether it be ice cream or a certain movie that you watched?
I remember when me and my father would go out to this lake somewhere over near Gorka, because that's where we lived, and we would always go fishing and make jokes. But I can't really do that anymore.
Well, maybe someday you can go back there and you can go fishing. And you said your father was denied at the gates, so maybe he's still out there. So maybe there's still hope. Hope, something that you shouldn't give up on. Always try to look for it. And when you first got here, what was the man's name that took you in?
Hesh.
Hesh. It's a very unique name. Surya was a very unique man for taking you in and taking care of you. So, you said that you were you said when it happened, you were going over the wall? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we went over the wall. We were going out to get weapons to protect ourselves because the guards are being stretched thin. The ammo that's going around is depleting. We went out to go look for guns that we could bring back and possibly save the town, but you know, he got caught. Those things, and it's
So, going over the wall doesn't really... How do I put this? Going over the wall seems too dangerous to risk, at least in small groups.
yes, the first few times was alright, there was nothing there, but the infected out there are getting bigger and bigger by the minute.
And you said you were going out to get weapons. Is there a lack of weaponry here? I did notice how long it took for the wolves to be taken care of, so it is kind of worrisome.
I don't think there is a lack of weaponry, I think there's a lack of ammo that is going around.
Okay, so an ammo scarcity.
I need a file.
That was an interesting voice. It kind of caught me off guard. So where were we?
Talking about the ammo scarcity.
Yes. And with that being said, the smuggling situation, I've been hearing a little bit about that. That there hasn't been a contact for the smuggling, but ever since the government left and abandoned everybody here, there's no contact to radio to them. They cut off the long distance radio, so that's why you haven't been getting the ammo. I'm assuming is because the government isn't providing it, and they cut off the source for the smugglers, is what I'm getting at, which is why we're in this situation. I'm just hoping
and
that...
he
Sorry, go ahead.
that and Red, our smuggler, refuses to go out growing horde. He doesn't want to risk his life, so everything is almost pretty much gone. We have to rely on ourselves. Whatever we can find left in the piles of rubble, trash cans, houses, anything you can really find.
It sounds like you may need to figure out a way to deal with this infected problem, because I am empathetic of all this,
Anyone got an
because
axe?
I'm empathetic of all this because I'm here as well. I'm in the thick of it with you all, and you mentioning your loss, and I'm also in the process of wondering if somebody's out there. I don't know if they're alive or dead right now. And
I think it is them again.
so being here with you all firsthand.
That is what I was telling you about. Someone is shooting something into the walls.
Yeah, I wonder where that landed.
You'll be able to see it in a minute. It was probably smoke or some sort of gas.
Just wait a
Gone
moment.
to the tower.
They seem to be dealing with something right now. Somebody outside the walls shooting something in? Is that what he just
Yes,
said?
it's probably Red Star. They've been fucking with us all the time ever since they figured out that there was one the other day running around an AK right next to this wall, just shooting up the wall as a whole, and then when all the infected were on top of him, he went to the gate and let himself get mauled right in front of everybody, and then they jumped over the gate into the compound.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good. So, we're being terrorized by terrorists as well.
Yes, they're shooting stuff into here. Do you have a mask?
Yes I do.
Okay, I was just wanting to know so you didn't get
Yeah, so they're
sick
shooting
or anything.
gases in here. Is that what you're saying?
Tear gas, like gases that are make you discomfortable. Uncomfortable? I forget the word.
Uncomfortable, yes. Or causes discomfort. And technically, you were right either way. So we should probably call this interview a close and get prepared for that just in case. Well, Yuri, I thank you for your time. And it's getting pretty dark, so I think I'm gonna stay right up here and write down the rest of my notes, and then once the generators get turned on, I'll go find a computer to try to upload this footage. But thank you again for talking with me and sharing that with me. And if you ever need to talk, you know where I am. I'm gonna choose this room right here. I think this is gonna be my humble abode while I'm here. While we're here. So, yeah.
If you ever need something to defend yourself, I have a few assortments of knives and a rifle, a repeater, one of those cowboy rifles.
Oh, I
Back at
would
my,
have to. I would have to learn. I'm not familiar with how to use firearms. I would have to be trained on that.
Yeah, that's one of the simplest ones to learn.
Okay.
But nonetheless, it's still it's a little weird when you're first starting to get the handle of it.
Okay.
My father taught me, so that's how I really know how to use it. Anyway, you have a good rest of your night. I'm going to probably go to where I sleep.
You have a good night too, Yuri, and I'll see you tomorrow at some point. I'm sure we'll be crossing each other's paths again.